2020, there has been a lot of challenges, personally, emotionally, financially, and probably the most noticed has been the relationships that all of a sudden were kind of distant and separated, as everybody's probably noticed. So those were the biggest challenges, was how to be able to feel connected to the rest of the world while still being separated. So those were some of the challenges I know everybody else went through too. The pieces that I have here for the show are some of the pieces that I liked because of the unknowing feelings that kind of brought up when I was doing them. I didn't know what exactly I was doing in the process. And it was in the process that it kind of developed. So 2020 was something that I also learned about, something called process, and discovering what I would do as life kind of just unfolded. My process doing art, particularly of interest for people, is the Sharpie. And my process is a twofold. First of all, I studied something called color theory, which was a science. It wasn't an art, in a college in South Lake Tahoe. And then I started learning something called meditation. And so after a while, as I was going through the process of learning how to do what I call painting with Sharpies, because it had never been done before as far as I have learned in all the places I've showed. This was a process that allowed me to create something totally new, knowing these two things about what color does from the science view, and then allowing myself to just quiet myself enough to listen to myself find the solutions. And it took me about 3 years before I started really feeling confident in the process and in the end result. My art can also be seen on Facebook, where the page is called Kirk's Creative Art. It's amazing how I just got so many followers. At least for me, I'm approaching 1,000, and that's something that I really am happy about. I've also learned something about explaining my art on Facebook. So as you see on my art, you'll see a thing that I call a blessing. And the way that I explain my art is through a blessing. So you'll see things like, may you be happy and joyful and abundant, and then you'll see the art, and it kind of connects. So every art piece that I have will have a blessing attached to it, and you can pretty much get the idea of where it was coming from, because if just looking at it, you might not understand it. But I've had a lot of positive things and a lot of great followers from it. Hi, I'm Kirk Cruz, and I live in Clovis, California, where I do a lot of my own art, and I also teach some art in Clovis and in Fresno, and have the honor to be able to do some in Madera.